Find a variety of items across the timeways. So basically, there's an achievement where they want you to find items different timeways. So the weird thing about this one, number one, is that we can't see what the name is if you don't have someone that speaks one of the Asian languages. I don't know if it's Chinese or if it's Japanese, or I have literally no idea what language this is. But I think so too. This Ashbringer guy was not supposed to be in the game. Because otherwise, if it's supposed to be in the game, it should have been already completed, you know, with the text, with everything. It's some alphabet language there that I have no idea what the name is. However, when I want to make a nice little look of it, I got the text under saying, Hand of the Lich King. Hand of the Lich King. And not only, I feel that this is a female. If you look at the body type, it doesn't look like the man body type in the game. It looks like the female body type in the game. I might be wrong. Let me know what you think, guys. Does this look like a male or a female? Especially there. Wait. Once again. There. Look at the waist size and the stomach. Wait. There. You see that? Can we zoom in? Can you zoom in on a video? I don't know if we can. But you see that? It's like it has some kind of like top on it. It doesn't look like a male. So this must be a female. And that is very interesting because in our world, we never had a female wearing the Ashbringer. Well, except for like, you know, in Legion when it was different, then any paladin could wear it. But I'm talking about like, you know, NPC lore-wise, we never had one. So let's put it like this. Let's see here. Let me think a little bit. Let me see if I can find a cheat sheet somewhere because I do not remember the names. Okay, so we have one dude here, and this dude wearing the Ashbringer, Alexander Smallgrain. Okay, so Alexander Smallgrain was the first one that was wearing this one. And what it actually does is that it literally turned Scourge into ash when they hit it. And that's why he got his name, the Ashbringer. The history of this one, when I was watching novel videos earlier today, I might be wrong now, this is what I remember from the video, right? Now this dude, he had two sons. One was called Darian, and the other one, Renault. Two sons. One of them, I think it was Renault, that the undead peeps messed with his mind, so he killed his own father. And then later on, Darian, the dude, turned out to have it, the Ashbringer, after his father died. Because you went back to like Nax, Alex Morbrain became one of the 4 horsemen, and you went in there, you killed them, etc, etc. Darian took it. However, Darian also got twisted his mind by the Scourge and turned out also to be a little bit evil. And that's when DKs came into the world. Then you have that storyline about the DKs, and if you played your DK, you did that storyline, and it led to that Darian attacked the Lich King. And Lich King was like, no, you can't do anything with me. So Darian gave the sword, in that fight, he gave the sword to Tyrion to attack Lich King. And they wounded him, but they didn't kill him. And this was in Light's Chapel. So now Tyrion is the one that wields the Ashbringer. And Tyrion is the one that kills the Lich King later on when we go to ICC. He's the one that's, you know, is in this ice block and be like, give me light one more time, and then he jumps up and stabs him. That's Tyrion does that. So that's like a short story of like how this turned out about the Ashbringer. So basically, Renault got twisted by the Scourge, Darian got twisted by the Scourge, Alex Morgrain got twisted by the Scourge, and Alex Morgrain, when he got twisted by the sword, it became like the corrupted Ashbringer. And back in the days when you killed him, I think it was back in the days even in like vanilla time, when you killed them, you could actually loot the Ashbringer. So it was called corrupted Ashbringer when Alex Morgrain was undead and he was in Nax. Tyrion killed Lich King. They cleansed the sword, by the way, so it wasn't corrupted anymore. And Tyrion killed the Lich King, and then Tyrion in Legion died. And then if you played Paladin, you became the wielder of the Ashbringer. So corrupted was when Alex Morgrain had it. Well, probably Darian as well when he got corrupted. But now, in this parallel universe, there is a character with an Asian name that we don't know, and it looks like a female that is wielding it, and it's the corrupted one. And it's an Eben character, by the way. It's an Eben character. Darian was Knights of the Eben Blade. And then like in that fight in Light's Chapel, he was like, ah shit dude. And then he threw the sword to Tyrion. And then the Knights of the Eben Blade became like the sort of the good guys instead. So instead of Darian, Alex Morgrain, that means that Alex Morgrain had a daughter instead of a son in the parallel universe. Boom! Mic drop. There it is. We got it. He had a daughter instead. Wonder what the daughter's name is. Must be his daughter. 100%. 200%. This is his daughter. She's corrupted, and she is the hand of the Lich King. The funny thing about the Ashbringer is that it took quite some time before we saw her. And yeah, I think as well, she was not meant to be shown. I think so too. She was not meant to be shown. So now we have the item, right? So if you interact with this one, the necromantic energies once present in this sword has been removed. So they have cleansed it, which is quite interesting. They have cleansed it, but it's still a skull on it. In our world, when they cleanse it, it will be like, you know, like the hand of the whatever, silver hand or whatever. So if you search Ashbringer, that looks like the corrupted one, right? And this looks like the non-corrupted one, I guess. So yeah, corrupted, non-corrupted. Oh, it's a friendly entity on it. I thought it was the silver hand thingy. Okay, the friendly entity one. All right. You see a small note from A.Z.E.R.O.T.H next to the weapon. After assisting in cleansing this sword, Baron Silver noted differences between this variant blade and our Ashbringer. Prior to the variant blade's redemption at the Battle of A.Z.E.R.O.T.H, it emanated more energy than our version. So what do they mean with that? They mean that when Darian threw the weapon to Tyrion, that's the part they mean, right? Which doesn't make sense. No, it can't be then. Because that's when it becomes like from corrupted to non-corrupted, no? Pass over the source is friendly. That's something I've never seen on a display item. Interesting. Not me neither. Quite disconcerting. We should definitely keep an eye on this time way. So it has more energy than our version of it. Basically, this is like the most powerful weapon in the world, right? And if this one has more energy than ours, that must mean this is like one of the most powerful ones in the universe. That's what it should mean. Which I think is very weird that if this one is more powerful than our Ashbringer, why is it like this? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guards around this. And it's just on a table here. It feels like we should like lock this in with the biggest security ever, you know? It's just lying there. It's like, oh, here, it's on the table. But yeah, we should definitely keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this time way. Why would they say that? It feels like there is something more that's gonna happen. Because why would they say that? Because that makes you feel that, you know, something will happen with this time way. But this is like the only one where A.Z.E.R.O.T.H is like, you know, we need to have our eyes open on this. And yeah, the other one that comes from that world is this vase. That one you find like next to Lich King after you defeat him. You found the golden vase at the top of the ice crown in A.Z.E.R.O.T.H. Looking at its outside, you can tell it's used by intricately. It looks to be intricately decorated. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like it's like super decorated. Time or something else has long since marred it with scrapes, scratches, and gogs along with its surface. You can't make them out. The urn is empty and its top is missing. Its inside is soot blackened. For such a poorly treated item, it was an odd find at the top of the Ice Crown's place of prominence for the Lich King. So yeah, there it is. Do we have anywhere in the game's history the Ashbringer somewhere where we can mouse over it in any shape or form? But the thing is, they literally say on the text here, after assisting in cleansing this sword, Baron Silver noted the difference between this variant blade and our Ashbringer. So it sounds like it is cleansed. And that's why I was wondering, like, why does it say corrupted and why does it still look corrupted? Let me just see here, because A.Z.E.R.O.T.H also said something when you talked to her to turn it in. Here. So this is when you turn it in. As you near the blade, you can feel necrotic power thrumming from it. This was when I looted it. Perhaps you should wrap the sword in cloth and avoid touching it directly. Eee! You know what? When I was watching the novel video, the item was necrotic from start, like a necrotic diamond. And then it burned his hand when he touched it. And then a lot of paladins would start like using like holy power on it. And then it changed into like more holy. And that's when he could touch it. And by he, I mean Alex Morgraine that had it from the beginning. Because Alex Morgraine found it back in the days before it became a sword. Because it wasn't a sword from start. It was some kind of like shadow gem. When he touched it, he like burned his hand and stuff. But then they like used holy power on it. It became holy. And when he touched it then, it healed his hand and it healed him. And then Lich King started doing his stuff. And meanwhile, Alex went to Ironforge and made this weapon. I don't know why that was important, but it felt like I need to say it. So when you turn it to A.Z.E.R.O.T.H, as you hold the item to A.Z.E.R.O.T.H, she leans backwards. I don't need to get closer to look at that. Thank you very much. We will put it with the rest of the items. The Eben blade can siphon off necromantic energy. That should make it easier to handle. So it's still corrupted. Maybe they just like made it easier to handle. Yeah, there we have it. The question is, what's gonna happen with this? It feels like this will have a story. I don't know. There's a feeling I have.